Good day, everyone. We are now on the second part of our lesson about the circulatory system. Are you ready to learn? So here are the objectives of our lesson. For today's lesson, you will define arteries and veins. You will explain what happens to the amount of oxygen in the blood when it goes to the lungs and returns to the heart. You will also explain what happens to the amount of oxygen in the blood when it goes to the rest of the body and returns to the heart. And finally, you will explain why the heart must pump blood continuously. So we are now on our new lesson. Let's watch this video about the blood vessels of the human circulatory system. Did you like the video? Have you found out which blood vessel carries blood away from the heart? Have you also found out which blood vessel carries blood back to the heart? So for our first task, define veins and arteries based on the direction of blood flow. You can download the worksheet for this task. So from the circulatory model, we go to another diagram of the human circulatory system. For our next task, identify which blood vessels are veins and which are arteries. You can download the worksheet for this task. Now that we know the difference between arteries and veins, let's discuss the blood that flows through the circulatory system. Observe the color of the liquid in the circulatory model. The color represents the amount of oxygen in the blood. The colorless liquid represents oxygen-poor blood. The dark pink liquid represents oxygen-rich blood. Just a reminder, the color of the liquid is just a way to differentiate oxygen-poor blood from oxygen-rich blood. They are not the actual color of the blood. For the next task, let's answer these questions. Which ventricle pumps oxygen-poor blood to the lungs? What do you think happened to the amount of oxygen in the blood as it goes to the lungs and returns to the heart? Did it increase or decrease? Which ventricle pumps oxygen-rich blood to the body? What do you think happened to the amount of oxygen in the blood as it goes to the body and returns to the heart? Did it increase or decrease? You can download the worksheet for this task. For the first and second column, place a check on the spaces to identify which path helps carry out these important functions of the blood. Then, on the third column, identify the ventricle that makes the blood move in this path. Let's answer these questions. If blood does not go to the lungs, what will happen to the amount of oxygen in the blood? If blood does not go to the entire body, what will the body fail to get to survive? From your answers in the table and from the questions, give one explanation why the heart must pump blood continuously. After you have done the following tasks, submit it to your teacher for checking. Copies of the worksheets can be downloaded or provided by your teacher. You can take a picture of your answer so you can send it to your teacher.